Well, YouTube, I don't know if anybody's ever made a video on one of these guns. I did a brief search on YouTube. I didn't find anything, so I thought, well, why not? I'll throw it together. I just bought this gun off of a friend of mine. He's had it for about 20 years, and he bought it directly from Federal Ordinance in South El Monte, California. And essentially what this is a German K98 converted to 308 by this company called Federal Ordinance. And as I understand it, the story behind this gun was Federal Ordinance wasn't really a manufacturer. They were just kind of I'm not really 100% sure, but I think they would just like import guns, buy, sell. So anyways, what they did is they got a shipment of thousands of these German Mausers, along with Czechoslovakian guns and some Chinese pistols, and they bought it in a huge shipment, a huge just bulk lot of guns and gun parts. So as far as these German Mausers, they took a lot of them and sold them off to other dealers. They kept about 3,000 to 4,000 of these guns, and I guess they were really messed up. Rusted out barrels, broken stocks, missing parts, just messed up guns. So they took about 3,000 or 4,000 of them and rebuilt them in 308. What they did is they took the receiver, they magnafluxed it, checking for cracks. They rebuilt a lot of the stocks. I guess they Franken-gunned these things together. The barrels were Citadel barrels. They test fired them. They reblued them. They scrubbed the guns of all insignias. So there's no dates, no Wappenoffs, no nothing on them. What they did is on the top of the receiver, they stamped an American Eagle, and they called these Federal American Mausers. Like I say, they made about 3,000 to 4,000, as I understand. So they're Franken guns, but they're completely rebuilt Franken guns. So I'll show you a little bit closer up. This one's got the laminate stock. There is a bit of a serial number on the butt pad, and it matches the bolt. So that's kind of cool. I'll show you the... I know it's not loaded, people. I'll show you the Eagle if I can here, get some sunlight on it. There it is. They called them 9885s. They gave them a new serial number. This is my serial number. And then they stamped that on the side of the barrel too. This is Federal Ordinance, El Monte, California. This is pretty good light, so I'll just kind of show you here. So you can see there's no real numbers left on here. This barrel band up here looks really old, been reblued. Now this thing, now my buddy, I asked him about it being drilled for a scope. He says that's how he bought it, so I'm just assuming the receiver came already drilled out for a scope. That means if that's the way it came, and that's the way the Germans had made it. So maybe at one point this receiver is set up for a sniper gun. I don't know. Anyways, it's cool. A 98K in 308 and done right. He's put about 100 rounds through it. The bore is mirror. It's really nice. But 100 rounds through it. It's not bad. I'm digging it though. I always wanted a KAR98, and then 308 is just kind of a cool thing. I like the idea of having a matching numbered original gun, but maybe someday I'll get that. But this one, I really like the idea of it, so I'm happy with it. Now, they apparently didn't scrub all the insignias off because underneath the follower and the bolt. I'm not be able to show it to you, but underneath that follower, you strip it all down. There's a little swastika in there, and I don't know how that makes me feel. Kind of weird. It's interesting that it's a piece of history and it's a war relic and it's still on there. And then on the other hand, they were the world's enemy and they caused a lot of problems. So I don't know. Maybe that now it's got the big American eagle on it and it's been rebirthed. Maybe that makes me feel a little bit better. I'm not a big enthusiast on collecting Nazi memorabilia, but what are you gonna do? Anyways, that's my little new Mauser, and like I said, I don't think anybody else has posted one on here of this, and I don't think they're really all that well known. I look on Gunbroker, can't hardly find them. I didn't see any on there. I know there's a few different versions of the 308 Mausers out there in these 98s, but this one a little different. So, anyways, that's my gun, guys.